Hey everybody, John Van Dyke here, New Jersey Exposed. Today is Tuesday, February 15, 2022. Time is 4:20 p.m. Yes, say it. That's right, Jersey time. I'm still here. I'll be glad the day I don't have to stay there anymore. I want to be able to say I'm somewhere else, somewhere where it's warmer and nicer. Alright, so there's a video that's been circulating out there, and I want to thank Ronnie Eaton, one of my top followers here, for posting the video on his Facebook page, because I would not have known about it unless he did. The video he posted came off James Madison's YouTube channel, and it has to do with two cops in the blue line of bullshit, okay? So the story is, and I'll put the video here at the end so you can watch it. And I'll put the link for the Facebook page for the one police department, so you can go there and express yourself, because there's like a gazillion people have been bombarding their Facebook page. This officer is in trouble. So the story here is that we have an off-duty Melbourne cop. This is in Florida, who is driving fast and erratically, and a Palm Bay police officer spots him. So the Palm Bay police officer, he starts doing a chase, and it appears that he's like narrating, so that his camera, the vehicle camera, will catch what he's saying. He's narrating what's going on, and he finally stops his car, and he walks up. Instead of having his guns drawn and having 50 other cars come and back him up, he walks up and he realizes, oh, this is one of our gang members from another chapter. So that already, you guys are already starting to see what's going on here. You can read between the lines. You don't need a very descriptive thing to know what's happening here, folks. So he asks this off-duty officer for his paperwork and everything, and he's fumbling to get it. And he's seen sitting in the other side of the car is his badge bunny. You know those badge bunnies, they just never learn, do they? Never learn. And maybe she'll learn after this one, after the video got out, because he disrespected her, in my opinion. So anyway, they get talking and everything, and he gets that off-duty Melbourne cop out of the car, and they do the old touch your nose, pick your nose, follow the bouncy foot finger, whatever. And it's pretty evident that this Melbourne cop is intoxicated. He's not slobbering and falling over the place drunk, but he's drunk enough that he's driving fast and swerving. So the Palm Bay cop asks him, why were you driving like that? You're swerving. He goes, well, my girlfriend was giving me a blowjob. So now he's going to blame it on the girl. See, these cops, they cannot take responsibility for anything they do. They've always got to gaslight it and point the finger at somebody else. My girlfriend was giving me a blowjob. Yeah, okay, dude. Blaming the poor girl. Well, she's not really poor. She should have known what she was getting into. But anyway, so after back and forth a little bit, what is even worse about it is he asks him, or they get to the point where, can you call somebody to come pick you up? Yeah, I'll call somebody, get me out of a DWI. Sure, I'll call a freaking cab if I have to. So what does the Palm Bay cop do? He gives the keys. He allows that driver, that drunken cop, off-duty cop, to get back in his vehicle. And he says, if you leave the scene, I find out, we're going to have a different conversation. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you see the car again, you probably will not pull him over, will you? And so, of course, the off-duty cops say, yeah, well, no problem, officer. No, I've got some fellow gang members coming over to pick me up. And some other officers show up. Nothing happens out of this deal. What should happen is when he found out he was a cop, he should have immediately got on the radio and called for a supervisor over to deal with this problem. Instead, the blue line of bullshit that we all know exists, we all know about it, and we see it day in, day out, unfolded right there on video. We got it, people. and of course, some of us went on the Palm Bay Police Department's Facebook page and expressed our outrage, and the bootlickers are chiming right in. It's just one bad apple, and they're not all bad. Fortunately, that Melbourne cop didn't kill anybody, smash into another car, nobody got hurt, and fortunately he got stopped before it was too late. So, what has happened now is that this video has surfaced and there's been so much attention to it now. See, once again, the camera, and it's a cop's camera, that has exposed the bullshit. Now, this is in FloridaToday.com. It says, Bay involving, hold on a second. Melbourne Police Department investigating traffic stop in Palm Bay involving one of its officers. Well, I can't wait to read the story, because so far all I saw was the Bodycam video. Melbourne Police Department officials are conducting an internal investigation after one of their officers was pulled over by a Palm Bay officer on Babcock Street on suspicion of drunken driving. A spokesperson for the department said, "I'm more concerned about the Palm Bay cop letting this cop go. That is the real crime right there." On January 20th, just before 12:30 a.m., Palm Bay officer Eddie Lutz stopped Peter Dulcie, a 3-year Melbourne police officer, saying he had been speeding and drifting in his lane. At Dulcie's car, Lutz told him he smelled of alcohol. Body cam footage from Palm Bay police shows. And let's see, is this going to read more? Let's find out. Officer Sean Hill, a spokesman for the Melbourne Police Department, said the department is investigating the incident. Does anybody have any idea if anything will happen to this officer? Probably not. He'll get a paid vacation or something. At this time, the incident is under internal investigation. Hill said, why does it take so long to investigate that? There's a video right there. There's a video. Now, they can't prove that officer, that Melbourne cop, was drunk. That they can't do. So, that crime was already off to the wayside. They can't prove that, so they can't charge him with anything. At this time, the incident is under internal investigation. He'll say he declined to say if Dulcie was off duty and in his own vehicle, and declined any further comment. Well, if he was on duty in that car driving like that, and he stated he was getting a blowjob from his girlfriend, I would say that's a problem already. Why are you on duty getting oral sex from your girlfriend? So he would be in trouble for that if that in fact was a municipal vehicle. I don't think it was, because he would have ran the plate and find out. Why didn't he run the plate right away unless he couldn't see the plate? Dulcie was driving a 2017 Dodge Durango. Said he was in a rush because he had to clean up all the off his pants before he got home to his other girlfriend. He denied having consumed alcohol. He told Lutz his female passenger had been drinking and gave him a blowjob. Lutz told Dulcie he went 70 miles per hour on Babcock and was drifting in his lane. The footage shows. Dulcie said he did not know he was driving that fast, and he was driven because his passenger had been engaging in oral sex with him. Lutz performed a sobriety test on Dulcie. That was, touch your nose, pick your ear thing. Asked him to track the movement of his finger. Dulcie said a traumatic brain injury affected his left eye ability to track the moving object. This rendered him, and he also said this happened was in the military. So once again, you know how I feel about hiring people in the military to become police officers. No disrespect to military. I'm just saying. They're trained killers, and if you've been in action, I'm sorry. The reality is you can't be a cop. Rendered the physical sobriety test useless. His left eye's ability to track the moving object. This rendered the physical sobriety test useless, said Palm Bay Police Chief Nelson Moy. Look, they're already trying to find a way out of it. After the test, Lutz acknowledged to Dulcie the two knew each other professionally. They circle jerking together once in a while, or sharing badge monies. Footage shows Lutz offering Dulcie a chance to make a phone call, with Lutz saying, looking at your eyes, I would say you're probably close to the legal limit. So in lieu of continuing, why don't we call somebody to come pick you up? Boy, what a swell guy. How many of you people out there get stopped by a cop and the cop says, hey, you know, you may be drunk, you may not be drunk. Let's give you the benefit of the doubt. Can you call somebody to come pick you up? Hell no. They'll drag your ass back to headquarters, put you on the machine, and they'll tow your car while in the process. Dulcie called a friend. Moya said during a typical DUI arrest, people often exhibit signs such as slurring the speech, acting slowly, not being able to produce documents in a timely manner, acting and speaking nonsensically, stumbling, swaying, blah, blah. None of these things occur during the interaction. See, look, they're already setting this up. Already setting it up. Lutz warned Dulcie not to leave before the friend arrived. You might be over, you may not be, okay? Well, obviously you didn't investigate it further. Obviously you're not falling down drunk or anything like that, but the driving wasn't great. Lutz said. Lutz left before Dulcie's friend arrived. The footage shows. Isn't that nice of them? Lutz could have let Dulcie drive himself home, Moya said, but yet in this case, he does something more, Moya. He goes, you're close, but let's make sure you don't drive. What a guy. You know, they just can't. They cannot admit to anything wrong that they're doing. They just can't do it. That guy can drive away because the decision had been made not to arrest, but he doesn't. It admonishes him. Moy said after reviewing the body cam footage, he didn't find anything wrong in how the Palm Bay officer handled the situation. Look at that. No disciplinary actions will be taken against him. If you break every minute of that stop. Also, Lutz was not only professional, he was on point. Wait a second, what happened to the guy speeding, doing 70 miles an hour in a 45-mile-an-hour zone and not maintaining his lane? That's a crime here in New Jersey. Fuckers. I stand by with him with complete confidence that he is protecting his community, in fact, because he is an advocate for preventing drunk driving. What a bunch of bullshit. Moy explained that throughout Lutz's entire interaction with Dulcie, Lutz was assessing his state to determine whether he had cause to arrest him. He had cause to further investigate him, and he didn't. He cut that guy a break. This whole investigation needs to be turned over to the state prosecutor's office, because you can't trust these cops. I just read this thing. I know it's all bullshit, and I know they're all covering for one another. This is the blue line of bullshit. Moy described Lutz as an expert in drug recognition and DUI enforcement, a court-recognized expert. Well, I would say if the cops say, you know, you may be, you may not be. Well, which way would you want to side if you were siding on the side of safety? Would you side on the, well, maybe it's not, with that doubt there? Or would you side on, you know, maybe he is, and maybe we should just breathalyze test him, huh? Let's go do it. Of course not. While Lutz made a 147 DUI arrests in 2021. Oh, look at this. Cop's gotten mad awards. Well, again with the awards. These awards mean nothing to me, folks, based on his enforcement of drug impairment. While Lutz made 147 DUI arrests in 2021, he also did not make arrests in 151 of his DUI investigations. Moy said those numbers paint a picture of his balanced discretion as you quantify with experience in the training. What a bunch of crap. Since the January 20th, Dulcie received a traffic citation by the Palm Bay for speeding. All right, well, that's good. Well, that's a different one. He was traveling 54 miles per hour in the posted thing. Now, the officer, the Melbourne cop also said, you know, when he found out he wasn't getting arrested or anything, he said, oh, that's good because I'm already in a world of shit in my department. So, by that officer's own admission, he must be under investigation for other things, so he's a bad cop. People, they pee on our legs, and they tell you it's raining. See, they tell you it's you. It's not them. It's you. You're not looking at the video properly. This officer, look at this officer. He's an award-winning. His judgment is great, people. His judgment is better than a breathalyzer test. People, I encourage all of you to go to the Palm Bay Police Department Facebook page and express yourself. Tell them that that cop should be brought up on misconduct charges for allowing that officer to go. Allowing that officer to sit in his car with the keys and trusting him. Because there's been no talk about that. None whatsoever. This is just more bullshit and more evidence of the Blue Line gang protecting one another. They're trying to change your perception. That video is a good example. They're trying to change your perception, not theirs. And they covered once again for themselves. Watch the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Till next time, people.
Initial radar rating was 68 just a moment ago, or passed me at 66 when I was entering the turn lane. It's currently 67, 68, 68, 69, 70 briefly, 70, 5750.
197.
It'll be Babcock and the Boulevard southbound on a Durango, 23 on the plate.
Down.
Drifting in the lane. Delta Papa Whiskey Zulu 13.
Down.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Any reason for the speed?
I got pee.
Okay. You have your registration insurance as well?
Yeah, I
How much did you drink tonight?
do. None.
Smell the alcohol.
She's been drinking too.
Minus 175. You get 51. You live on Henchman.
Right next to
Sure thing. Good. The check 297, singles on our way home, Thompson 8. Tower.
Okay. How long are those? Okay, come on out. Back here. You know how fast you're going?
about 62.
The highest speed I got on radar was 70.
70?
And that was right before I pulled you over.
I just really had to pee, that's all.
Okay, so you were also drifting in the lane. So when I was coming up behind you, you were...
Just because I was getting a blowjob.
Okay. Probably not the best decision while you're driving, especially if you're in a certain career field.
I understand.
You didn't drink anything? No? Okay. Just hang tight right there. Give me a second. not making assumptions, man. Everybody's got a job, okay? I'm just gonna check your eyes, we'll go from there, okay?
Yep.
You put your feet together, arms at your side. See the finger? Here's what I want you to do, okay?
Yep.
I want you to follow the finger. Finger's gonna go back and forth in front of your vision. All I want you to do is continuously follow the finger, don't move your head. Understand? Any questions?
I do have a fucked up left eye.
What's wrong with it?
When you do your nystagmus, it's gonna go fucked up for a quick second.
What causes it? Is it endpoint nystagmus?
No, it's a head trauma from the military.
Is it just in one eye?
Yeah.
Okay. Left eye?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and 128, 243, can you copy that? TG for Melbourne. So do it. Hello. Hello, what's the time delay? He left the hospital 20 minutes ago with an IV in his arm from home regional. Unknown how. Method of travel. Just come off on countywide if he's there. Yeah.
Alright, I assume you remember who I am when you worked here?
Yep.
Alright. Looking at your eyes, I would say you're probably close. Okay. So, in lieu of continuing, why don't we call somebody to come pick you up? Sound like a plan? It's not for me. Because
Well,
if you
I
want,
know
we can
it's-
continue and
No.
we see how it goes. But
No, I would rather not. I'm in enough shit with my department as it is, so I would rather not. So,
how about we make some calls?
okay. I'll do that for you.
You can have a seat back in the car. Let me know when you got somebody en route. Assume you're familiar?
Yeah.
You got somebody?
Brother coming.
How long?
He's off of Garvey,
Okay.
so 15 minutes.
Okay. So I'm sure I don't need to explain to you, man. I'm gonna trust that you wait to get picked up. If I see you pull back out, you know, we'll have a different conversation, which I don't want to have.
I totally get it.
No, you don't want to have. Okay. You have laxament pursuit. The nystagmus isn't that pronounced at maximum deviation. You don't have an angle. So, like I said, you might be over. You may not be. Okay. Obviously, you're not falling down drunk or anything like that, but the driving wasn't great. Okay?
I'm not trying to push it, so.
Yep. Is he going to pick up the car or are you going to leave it?
He'll have his buddy ride with him and get my car, so.
All right, that works. Like I said, just
Thank you.
obviously get picked up.
Thank you.
See you, man.